today. I'm going to try to speak up. I know as people complaining that the videos are there's volume problems, but it's a Marcus problem. It's 95 degrees still in New York City, so try to speak up. Using my gizmo. Got my gizmo. So where am I today? Where am I today? What the hell am I talking about today? I don't know. I never know what I'm going to talk about. Only a little bit. I got a little piece of paper in my pocket. So, this is a big subject. I know the subject. Okay, skateboard. Pow. Alright, so we're down at 9/11 Monument. We're down at 9/11. It's actually World Trade Center. And, I guess you want to see it? See it? You guys out of town? Big beautiful building, right? What else we got? We got the fountain over there. Take a walk by the fountain. I'm on my way. I'm on my way somewhere, so take me a minute to walk over there. But I want to talk about the not a rabbit hole today, but a big picture, right? Feel safe, right? Cops. Pow, NYPD on the scene, protecting us from the villains. Like some kook is going to come by again and try to bomb the place. That's stupid. You guys hearing wind? I'm sorry. I'll try to stay out of the wind. But who's the real criminal? Who are the real outlaws? The real thieves that need to be watched? That's the question. That is the question, my friends. Who are the real thieves? Sure, a couple of kooks flew planes into a building. I know there's people who think that didn't happen, but as far as I'm concerned, it happened. I was there. I saw it. I didn't see a plane, right? I didn't see planes, but damn straight I saw the buildings on fire. I had video of the people falling out the window, jumping. That was real. I didn't make that shit up. I saw what I saw, But anyway, that was then, this is now, And they've rebuilt it. A great nation, A great nation, a great wealthy nation. We have tragedy and we build again. Right? They knocked out our two front teeth, Twin Towers, right? Our two front teeth, they kicked out our two front teeth, and what do? We got new front teeth. Fucking beautiful, look at it. See that building over there? Those two? 1, 2. Not that one, that's new. But that one right there. See that building? I'm going to talk about that building. Not the building, but the people inside the building. Right? Police are protecting us, right? Who are they protecting us from? Each other? You're afraid of me, I'm afraid of you. That's not who we got to be afraid of. That's the illusion. The illusion of who we have to be afraid of. Right? So 2011, right? Let's go further back. 2008, right? The bubble pops on Wall Street. Pow! Credit default swaps. Boom! Crash the market. Why? Because it's a fake market. Credit default swaps. Nobody knew what the fuck they were. Right? Goldman Sachs. The building over there, right? Jerkoffs and Goldman Sachs. Tried to sell that shit to everybody. They tried to sell it to Russia. They tried to sell it to China. But they found the victim in Lehman Brothers. They found the victim in Bear Stearns, right? They found victims in AIG, right? They bought, Goldman Sachs sold them this crap that was bound to fail, right? It crashed the markets. And then when it finally crashed, when the real estate market, that all that stuff was stacked on top, U.S. real estate market collapsed. Pow! Goldman Sachs, with the help of Henry Paulson and Timothy Geithner. Remember that name? Remember these names? Timothy Geithner, the Secretary of Treasury. They're on the dollar bill. Their names, right? Goldman Sachs guys got in first Bush's year, and then right after that they got in Obama's year. Goldman Sachs running the economy. Guys that just crashed the economy are running the economy. and the markets crashed. Inches away from a run on the banks. If nothing else, Obama stopped that. Because if we would have went down that hole, that's how they sold it to Obama, by the way. They sold the story of the collapse. The market collapse, that there is no way out of it. You remember George Bush? We got a big problem. And Bush barely knew what the problem was. He had Henry Paulson telling him, right? And then Obama came in and Geithner, and they stopped bashing the markets, and there was stability without a run on the banks. Obama sort of saved the day. But the outlaws got away, right? Not only did they get away, they got $700 billion in TARP money. All the sitting senators at the time said, oh yes, we need it. Gotta bail out the banks, gotta bail out the banks. Have to, you have to bail out the banks. No bail out the banks, we're in trouble, right? That's what the president said, we're in trouble, right? So let me bring us into the frame now, right? So that was then, right? Massive, massive problem, right? Massive economic problem. And this is Zuccotti Park across the street. Right? Zuccotti Park, remember Zuccotti Park? Occupy Wall Street. 2011. It's like the Civil War, where the Confederates took their stand. I said enough. All right, we're not. Chokes me up. So the Confederates said enough. Take your tea and shove it. Right? And a couple of brave souls. Right? Now I worked at the time. I wasn't here as a rebel or any of that. I was just a bypasser. And for the most part, I saw it from the other side as a trader, and I knew that they were right. I knew that they were right. Right? I knew that their message was the money in politics, that the system is deeply corrupted, that the 535 senators and congressmen in the United States are on the take. Right? They take the money. They take the money, right? All kinds of forms of it. Whether it's the Clinton Foundation, you know, giving money there and then you get your favor, or the spy ring in Congress, right? Or you put some money in someone's campaign contribution, and boom, out comes your favor. You know, shit. All that corrupt shit, right? 535 people responsible still for that. The money in politics. Now you could say overturn Citizens United, there's your solution, right? That's what most of the activists are saying. Overturn Citizens United and we solve the problem. Other people are saying, got to get the corruption out of the corruption. It's the swamp. It's both of those things. But before the swamp comes the pit, the money pit. Let's keep walking. The money pit. It's a money pit. These are money grabbers. You got that's Merrill Lynch building, money grabber, right? Goldman Sachs down the block. Bear Stearns used to be down the block before they closed up. That's Wall Street. We went from 9/11. We're now going to Wall Street, right? It's all connected. Just like the neighborhoods are connected, so is the problem. Money in politics. Power. We've given our power to money grabbers. Right? You gotta take back power. Take back power, and then you tax these guys, right? You get them. Conte's got extreme views on politics, right? Is that what these guys are saying? He's an extremist. He's a socialist. Right? Is that what you're saying? Oh, socialism. Stupid. I don't know what you're talking about. It's money. It's greed. Understand, my friends. Well, you end up in there, huh? You end up in fucking... Look at that shit. That's Trinity Church, by the way. We're downtown Manhattan, New York City. So Trinity Church, there's a couple of very famous people buried in there. I forget who they are. Mostly revolutionaries. What's that? What was that quest across the country? I can't think of anything right now. It's still very hot in the city, but there's a famous guy buried in there. Lewis and Clark. Fucking Lewis is buried in there. This shit burned down like 3 times, the church. 9/11. This is not the 9/11 church. This is the church. A little. What I walk 2 blocks? It's about 2 blocks away. This whole area was totally screwed with white dust. I was here. I was up the block. I ran from it. I was in shape, man. If I was in shape, I would have got hit with that white fucking rolling dust ball. I ran, man. I fucking did a 7-minute mile from downtown where I was sitting. I was watching it. I was filming it. I lived down there. And when the first one fell, pow! I was out of there. I had a friend that was working in the building, and he was out of there too. He was on the 106th floor. He heard that announcement. Go back to your table. Go back to your desk. He fucking got in the elevator and went home. And he lived. He saw that the second plane hit. He would have been dead. He missed it by a few minutes. Scary shit. Real. Don't think that 9/11 didn't happen. If you want to talk about the cause of the problem, who did it, and how it was orchestrated, that's another story. But don't fucking say it didn't happen. So, neighborhood chokes me up, man. Fucking all kinds of emotion. Remember, I don't medicate, man. What am I, a crazy person? No. Driven by purpose. A purpose. A function. Something. So let's get back to the enemy. Who is the enemy, right? The police are protecting us from each other, but who's the real enemy? I'll let the suits pass. Suits and ties. Who is the real enemy? Who are the real problems that are fucking up our economy? Separations of power. No separation of power anymore, no constitution. Oligarchy is your problem. Money in politics. Oligarchy. Oligopoly. Say it with me. Oligopoly. It's when a couple of players have all the power and you got nothing. And you ain't getting nothing. You want something? Fuck you. You want a Green New Deal? Fuck you. We're gonna sell our oil. You want health care? Fuck you. Big Pharma, we need our money. You want to take down the military-industrial complex? Fuck you, we gotta sell bombs. Right? That's where we live, right? That's where we live. Washington. But where do the answers really lie? Where am I today? Where's the real answers? Let's smoke the New York Stock Exchange. Ooh, take it in. The root of the problem. The head of the snake. It's the head of the snake. Stock exchange. Money. Money. The sound of money. Money. Greed. Give me that money. So you don't see the action from the street. You always see as tourists. Moms and pops. But in these buildings, there's the exchange of money. The sound of money. It's not social issues. They're not up there talking about how they're going to make the world better or about equal rights or anything that the founding fathers stood for. They're talking about the money. Give me the money. Right? Spend their whole lives going on money. Right? So, It's a wonderful street. This is Wall Street. On one side you have the river, and on the other side you have the church. But Wall Street is everywhere. It's not just here. This is historic Wall Street. But historic Wall Street has been decentralized. 10,000 banks control $16 trillion in assets. Right? How many trillions do you control? You know, food stamps? Fucking loser. What do you you don't have $400 to your name? Fuck you, you're a loser. That's what they tell you. That's what they tell you. It's your problem. It's your fault. False flags. Boom. Pay attention over here. Yeah, media? Oh, you know, we own the media. We are the fucking media. We own you. We control what you think. These jerk-offs in here. That's who's running the game, man. Don't you want to blame the politicians? Yeah, you can blame the politicians, but they're just victims of the greed. Right? These are the guys with the money, and when they break the law, they get away. They get out. No consequence, because they got the money. Right? You want to take back your country? Stop blaming the wrong people. You want to clean up the swamp? Put your focus on the money. The money, honey. My name is Marcus Conte, investigative journalist. I used the wrong term. I'm an opinionist and a candidate for the United States Senate. Peace out.